first started doing Teshuvah in 2020, we reopened this aspect of, I don't know, whatever to call it, the lucid dreaming and waking hallucinations that went sober. And we started doing a point meditation. And there was this one time, since we like mystical things, we do something we're not allowed to do. The sages say not permitted whatsoever. And when the Jewish sages say, the sages of the Talmud, when they say it's not permitted, that means if you want a good life, if you want to go to heaven, if you want not to be tortured by demons, if you want to not have a stain, a literal hole just drilled through your soul in every direction from all the sins that you create, listen to what they say and do it. Not allowed to learn Kabbalah, not allowed to learn Jewish Mysticism, not allowed to learn Sefer Yetzirah, not allowed, especially not as a goy who just did Teshuvah like a month ago, doesn't even guard his eyes, and you think you're going to learn Sefer Yetzirah, which is there's not even a real correct version out there. They all have mistakes in them purposely, so people don't do things to damage themselves in the world. The real things are all obscured and hidden and taught only from teacher to student, one-on-one, not online, not in books. And they take a long time to sanctify ourselves to even remotely get close. And once I really grasped about what all of the truth really was, I became absolutely terrified. I mean, you're not even supposed to visualize the divine name, the Yud K Vav K, the Tetragrammaton. You're not even supposed to visualize that name, not needless to say, speak it. Not even supposed to think it, like imagine what it looks like in your head, until you have stopped wasting seeds, stop dressing immodestly, and guard your eyes, and don't even, extremely sanctify yourself for quite a while. Not even supposed to think about it in your head. Because if you do, you'll bring guardian angels upon yourself who guard the throne of glory. And they will rip open things in your head and let loose shadim and mezikim, demons and destructive angels that will really give you a hard time. But I was so stupid, I downloaded a Sefer Yetzirah PDF on wherever. I think I read about page. I had no idea what in the world I was doing. And I'm sitting there watching a lecture, a Torah lecture, real Torah emet, not idol worship, not sorcery, not witchcraft, the truth of the Torah. Well, this was so early in my teshuvah, I was still not respecting anything. I was laying down on my back in bed, which you're not allowed to do. I mean, this is the words of a living God. We're supposed to act like God is in there in the room, because he is. God is right here with us when we're learning Torah. And you're certainly not supposed to lay on your back. That's like a man laying on his back is enticing. This is the thing that we've been trying to work up towards. There's the greatest evil. It's not the Satan. It's not Satan. It's not the Yetzirah, the evil inclination. It's his wife. His wife, whose name you're not allowed to say, which, like we just mentioned, if you're smart, you do what the sages say. You're not allowed, you want nothing to do with it. Because when a person speaks the name of any heavenly being, and when I say heavenly, I don't mean like good, I just mean from the upper worlds. Any spiritual entity, any angel, any demon, you speak their name, they're right there. They come, because that's what their name is for, is to summon them. So do not, if you know what her name is, don't utter those words. Don't even think about it. Every we've been meaning to get this for almost a year now. We talked about in the scariest prophecy stream. Erzot Abrit, the prophecy of the destruction of America. About how there are power couples, like in Hollywood, like a man and a woman who burst on the scene and just take over. That's what Satan and his wife are. They are like the power couple of evil. Satan entices a person to commit virtually every sin, but he also prosecutes, and he is the Malach HaMavet, the angel of death. All three he does, except for one category of sins, is his wife's domain. Immorality. Satan's wife is in full charge of all the sins of immorality. And when a man wastes seed, she is right there and sucks up all the seed to create Shiddim, demons for the army of the Satan. Anytime a man and a woman are together and the seed doesn't go where it's supposed to have a child, all that seed is same thing. Satan's wife is right there, millions and millions of seeds. You shall not pass your seed to the Moloch, because that's literally what it is. And so I was laying down, watching the Shir Torah with no respect whatsoever, doing a point meditation, looking at just, zoning out, listening to the lecture. And I had in no way, shape, or form sanctified myself to a level even to meditate on the divine name, let alone do something that is absolutely forbidden for all Gentiles whatsoever. I mean, even a Jew's not allowed to learn Kabbalah until they're married, until they've learned absolutely everything else. And I started seeing this weird shape, like just grow out of a point in the space of my room. And it was like this weird giant crystal shape, just like growing out of a point. And it was like rotating and oscillating pink and purple. Then all of a sudden just like disappeared. And there was other points where I would see like this face. And all I could think of was a verse in the book of Deuteronomy. Anytime I'm thinking about God, definitely don't want to see a face. Moses, the greatest prophet of all time, tells us, chapter 4, verse 12 in the book of Deuteronomy, Hashem spoke to you from the midst of the fire. You are hearing the sound of the words, but you are not seeing a likeness, only a sound. He told you of his covenant that he commanded you to observe the 10 declarations, and he inscribed them on the 2 stone tablets. Hashem commanded me at that time to teach you decrees and ordinances, that you shall perform them in the land to which you cross, to possess it. But you shall greatly beware for your souls, for you did not see any likeness on the day Hashem spoke to you at Horeb from the midst of the fire. Benishmartum nafshotekum me'od. Exceedingly guard your souls, for you do not see anything, no shape, no form, nor likeness, no nothing. God is not a human being, not anywhere close. And if we don't carve that into our hearts, God warns us what will happen. Lest you act corruptly and make for yourselves a carved image, a likeness of any shape, a form of male or female, a form of any animal that is on the earth, a form of any winged bird that flies in the heaven, a form of anything that creeps upon the ground, a form of any fish that is in the water under the earth, unless you raise your eyes to the heaven and you see the sun and the moon and the stars and the entire legion of heaven, and you be drawn astray and bow to them and worship them, which Hashem your God is a portion to all the peoples under the heaven. God has no likeness, no image, no nothing. And so when I saw that, I did not like it one bit. I just kept repeating that over and over again. You do not see any likeness on the day the Lord spoke to you in Horeb. Hashem has no likeness, no image, no nothing. Certainly not the face of a bearded man or anything, whether in the heavens above or on the earth below or in the waters under the earth. And so for the next, like, I don't know, year at least, because of the stupid things that I did, I put myself through like needless suffering because of my stupid, like, additional stupidity. This is the traps of the Yetzirah, the traps of the Satan. God will help us to do teshuvah, and then the Yetzirah, the evil inclination, the malakam of it, will convince us. He'll present a mitzvah to us, at least what we think is a mitzvah, like cutting your fingernails in the customs, the Arizal. You idiot. I mean, there's nothing wrong with it technically, but what good is it going to do when you're a goy? You're better off learning Musar. Read the weekly Torah portion. Read the commentary. Read Pirkei Avot. Learn another lecture. But Yetzirah convinces us to do just shtiut nonsense until he drags us off into a hole. See, this is Torah. Learn it. Yeah, but that's forbidden. Kabbalah is forbidden. Not allowed. Yeah, but it's Torah. It's awesome. Do it. If we do everything in the appropriate way, in the appropriate order, everything good will come. That woman in your dreams, whether it's a dream when you're awake or a dream when you're asleep at night,